Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to learn the second chapter from history, World in the 20th Century. This lesson we want to learn the condition of countries during the 20th century. The first page itself, you can see the picture of the map of Africa. From that it is very clear that Africa, it was colony of different countries. That means, so this lesson we want to learn the three main features of 20th century, that is capitalism, colonialism, imperialism. So let's begin. Capitalism. So what is capitalism? Capitalism is the economic system in which production and distribution in the hands of capitalists. So definitely the aim of capitalist is to get maximum profit. Okay. So capitalism, the definition. Capitalism is the economic system in which production and distribution in the hands of capitalists with an intention to make profit. Profit is the main aim of capitalist. Okay. So then, due to capitalism, it led to the rise of many industries. 17th century, it noted the growth of industries. So as a result of the growth of industries, industrial revolution happened. Due to industrial revolution, the need of raw materials and the market for selling the finished goods increased. Okay. It led to the search of colonies. So the European countries established trade relations with Asian, African, Latin American countries. First they established trade relations. Later they make these weak countries as their colonies by using political and military power. Slowly, Asian, African, Latin American countries became the colonies of the European countries. This process is called colonialism. Okay. So first we learned capitalism. Capitalism is the economic system in which production and distribution in the hands of capitalists with an intention to make profit. Okay. Secondly, we learned about colonialism. Due to industrial revolution, the demand for markets increased. So the European countries, they search for the market for raw material and market for selling the finished goods. They established trade relations with Asian, African, Latin American countries. Using political and military power, these weak countries became their colonies. It is called as colonialism. Okay. Then, by the advent of trade unions, the profit of the industrialists decrease in Europe. Okay. So the industrialist countries decided to invest money in the colonies. Due to cheap labor, easy availability of raw material, low cost in production and selling, and easy movement of raw materials and markets for the finished products. All these factors, it motivated the capitalist countries to invest in the colonies. It led to imperialism. So imperialism means it is the flow of money capital. Okay. So it is the flow of money capital from the industrial countries to the colonies. So just think of the condition of India. Okay, for example, I am telling you the condition of India. First, the Britain established trade relations with India, and India became the colony of Britain. Okay. And slowly they imposed their political and military supremacy over India. And for nearly 190 years, we were under the control of Britain. Slowly, first they make us as a colony. Slowly India became, slowly Britain make India as a part of their imperialist attention. Okay. So this imperialism affected the colonies very badly. The main feature of imperialism is imposing a nation's cultural, social, economic dominance over the other nation. That is the main feature of imperialism. So, dear students, this class we learnt about three important isms: capitalism, colonialism, imperialism. Capitalism, okay, capitalism means it is the economic system in which production, distribution, okay, it is in the hands of capitalists with an intention to increase profit. Secondly, we learned about colonialism. Okay, the European countries established trade relations with Asian, African, Latin American countries. Later, by imposing political and military power, they make these weak countries as their colonies. It is called colonialism. Thirdly, we learned about imperialism. Imperialism means it is the flow of money capital from the colonial masters to the colonies, imposing a nation's military, then cultural and social supremacy over other nation is the main feature of imperialism. Afterwards, we learned why they invest in the colonies. They means why the colonial masters invest in the colonies. Many factors motivated them to invest in colonies. That is cheap labor, availability of resources, low cost in selling and production, and easy movement of goods and easy movement of finished products to the market. Next, we want to learn the impacts of imperialism. These imperialism affect the colonies very badly. Just think of the condition of India during the British period. Okay, the condition of colonies became pathetic. Okay, that means natural resources looted, traditional economic system destroyed, administrative and political system replaced. Okay, then traditional art, literature, language destroyed. People were forced to cultivate cash crop instead of food crop. What is the difference between cash crop and food crop? The crops directly consumed as food is called food crop. Okay, before the British period, we used to cultivate crops like rice, fruits, vegetables and all. But the British motivated us to produce cashews, spices and all. Those crops are cash crop. That means the crops having commercial value. So, not only that, poverty, unemployment, inflation, all these are the other features. Okay, so now we learned how imperialism affected the colonies, or we can say the impact of imperialism. Okay, what are the impacts of imperialism? Once again, I am repeating: traditional economic and judicial system replaced, then traditional political system destroyed, then traditional language, art, literature, culture, everything destroyed. People were forced to cultivate cash crop instead of food crop. Natural resources exploited, and poverty, unemployment, inflation. All these was the condition in the colonies during the period of imperialism. Imperialism means samrajyatvam. Okay. Next, we want to learn about First World War. Fine. Thank you.